Now let's draw this drawing here. So first of all, I will start from this part. And if you look at this part, we have a rectangle of width 40 and the height of that rectangle is 300. So let's draw a rectangle first. So length is 40 and the height is 300. Let me move this one slightly to the right side. Okay. Now what you have to do next is we have to move down by 20 units. So for that, I will draw a line from this point to this point by 20 units like this. So we are here now and we have to move in this direction. So if you measure it from this point to this point, that will be 50 plus 20, that will be equal to 70. Now that we are here, we have to move down by 10 units, you can see. And then we have to move in this direction by, if you look at the distance, that by 50 units. Press enter. Now we have to move in this direction. So if you look at the space, you can see the distance from this point to this one is 30 and this one is 10, then this must be 20. And again we have to move to the right side by 30 units, so you can see it from here. Then we have to move down. So if you notice, you can see from this point to this point, that is 50, and if this is 30, so this must be 20. And all you need is just to simply track this point like this, and now we are here. So again we have to move to the downside, so we have to find the distance between the downside, so we have to find this distance. And if we look at this distance from this point to this point is 66 and this is 50, it means that this should be 16. Press enter. Now move in this direction. So here you can see we are here now, so we have to find this distance. And if you look here, you can see this distance is, you can find with the help of this. You can see currently this one is 32 and this one is 20, so you have to subtract 32 from 20, that will be equal to 12. So this is 12, enter. And now we have to move in this direction. So if you notice, you can see the distance, this one is 78 and this one is 66. So you have to subtract this, then you are going to get 2 and 1 12. So we have to move in downward direction by 12 unit, and then just simply take your mouse cursor to this, simply track it with this line. Now that we are here, so we have to find this distance. And if you look here, you can see this one is 96 and this one is 78, so this must be 16. Press enter. And now we have to find this distance. So basically if you look, you can see the distance from this point to this point is 54 and we are here, so we have to subtract 54 from 20, that will be equal to 34. And then move to the downside. So this distance, we have to find this distance. So this is 10896, that will be equal to 12. And then finally just simply match it with this one. After that, press escape. Now that we have completed this side, now let's move to this side. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to explode this. So simply explode this, and after that you have to delete this extra line that we have created. And now I'm going to add the offset. So this offset, if you see from this point, this line to this line is 10 unit. I will click on this line and offset it. Again, I will click on this line and then offset it. So again, we have this offset here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, again, we have an offset of 2.88. So let me just simply exit this, press enter, and let's simply enter the value, which is 2.88. And now I will click here and then offset it to the downside. Now what we have to do is we have to remove the extra lines from here. So all you need is just to simply trim this part, and for that I will zoom in this region. Now we have already done this thing here. So again, if you notice, you can see we have a radius here. So we have a fillet of 10 units. So let's add that. F enter. You simply set the radius 10, press enter, click on this line and then click on this line. Now after that, let's move to this part. So for this one, you can see the length of this point to this point is 140. Let's simply draw a line here from this mid, press enter and then enter. Now you can see we have to draw a ellipse here. So for that, I will just simply go to this drop down and then click on this one, which is center ellipse. So I will choose the midpoint of this line as center, and then I will move in this direction. You can see this the distance from this point to this point is 100. So simply type 100, press enter and then just simply click here. Now after that, you have to draw a circle and you can see the distance. Let me first of all delete this line from here. And you can see we have to draw a circle, and from this point to this point is 100 unit. Sorry, 4.5 unit. Let's simply draw a line here and then click here and then just simply draw it. 4.5. No, actually this is 45. Let's simply undo this. Now after that, press enter and we have to draw a circle of radius 35 unit. Now let's delete this extra line. Now you can see, although we have done something, but if you zoom in this region, you can see we have an issue. So for that, I will just simply select this line, delete it, and then you can see we have gap. So we have to extend this. So let's use the extend command, EX for extend, press enter, click on this line, this one, and then this one. Now let's zoom out, and if you look here, you can see we have a solid hatch here as well. So let's simply add the solid hatch, and for that I will just simply go here and then click on hatch. I'm going to add the solid hatch, so click on that and then just simply place it here. After that, I will press escape. So now this is our final drawing.